like to delve into matters his constituency. Now, being a 30-year-old leader, which is quite young, first of all, how is life as a member of parliament in the National Assembly so far?
Yeah, it's a bit challenging, but you are managing. Yeah, you need to, juggle between so many things, the constituents, what you promise your constituents, family life. I just have a young wife and young daughter, 2 years.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's a bit challenging here and there, but we are managing. I think leadership is about responsibility, and you must rise up to the occasion and do what you need to do.
All right.
Yeah, so we are managing, but it's challenging for those who wish to come to parliament. It's not easy. You get, some of these challenges of having to grapple between your independence as an individual, what you think, and the position of a party that you belong to, what you agree with your other colleagues from the other, side of Jubilee, and they come back and say we've been, been whipped by the president, and they change their mind. So you look at all these things and you wonder, is this really how it's supposed to happen? But you have to live by it, and you have to, create your space inside.
Yeah. All right. Sadly, we had a caller that we have just lost. Eric, good morning. You can always call us back, and we'll be trying to reach you just before Mheshimiwa leaves. Now, Mheshimiwa, kindly tell us, what is it that you think got you to the Member of Parliament of Saboti?
I think I sold my agenda and what I wanted to do for the people of Saboti very clearly. I campaigned, this is not the first time. During the 2013 election, I was what we call Muto Mkono for Peter Kenneth when he was vying for president. And it is out of that I decided to vie, out of nowhere. I thought, let me try this seat of Saboti. Unfortunately, I did not make it. I did not know, how to go about it in politics. And mostly the first time you always a testing ground. But the second time, which is 2017, I reorganized myself and I came with a clear agenda. By the way, Saboti is such a cosmopolitan. And you won't believe that the people who voted for me are from other tribes other than mine. And that tells you that people were looking for my agenda. There are tribes that are dominant, and they had their candidates, like 3 very dominant tribes. They had their candidates, very strong ones, supported by the bigwigs. And me, I was just there alone, young guys. And these people left all their tribe king, the so-called tribe king, and they voted for me. So that shows that at some level in politics, the constituents always look for a certain agenda, and they sit in you, irrespective of the tribe, irrespective of your status. They'll vote for you. So I believe I touched on the need of the people of Saboti, what they wanted, and they saw it in me. And I thank them for giving me this chance so that I can articulate their issues and I can lead them into development.
Okay, now on matters, the agenda that you say they saw and they found hope in you to take Saboti to the next level. What would you say is your number one agenda?
My number one agenda, I come from, Saboti falls under Trans Nzoia as a county. And it's called the bread basket of the country. It is always called the bread basket of the country. My agenda is so much on the farming, because it's almost 80% or 70% of my constituents, their life revolves around farming and farm produce. And when you are able to make available whatever ingredients they need in terms of the fertilizer, in terms of the good farming practices, and the championing for their sales of their produce to the right, not being harassed by the middlemen and the cartels. and making sure that the roads are passable, because currently the roads were bad, and actually made a few improvements here and there in the infrastructure. And there is a critical mass of young people that I can say my winning was because of the young people, because they mobilized. Some of them were doing on their own. They said, this is our seat. They took it in their hands and they campaigned for me. They guarded my vote. I had no issue of having,
irregularities and illegalities.
And I did not have a talent center in the cloud. So I did not have any problems. Because of the determination of the youth. And basically, the youth of this country are energetic and focused. And they are looking for a leader who resonates with their intention and with their focus in life.
All right.
And some of the things I promise is to have a youth academy where all the talents are developed there, because we have so many talents lying there you won't believe. Even presenters that can come here and they'll shock you, and the musicians and all that, they are lying down there. Nobody's tapping into them. So I thought I can create a youth center academy where all these talents are developed and unleashed to the world, so that they also make a living out of their talents.
All right. And with that said and done, you have Miheshimiwa over here has given us some of his key agendas when it comes to his constituency, which is Saboti, being the member of parliament. One of them is he wants to delve into matters agriculture, because he comes from Trans Nzoia, and Trans Nzoia is the breadbasket of the country, which is very true. And he's also mentioned in matters youth and tapping into the different talents that the youth in Saboti constituency have. Now, Mheshimiwa, we're looking at putting aside Saboti and agriculture and the youth, as a youthful leader yourself, what do you think of the number, or rather the priority we have been given in the National Assembly? What is your take on that? Considering we're very few, and the group of the youth it's vibrant, energetic, as you'd said, and it's very large in this country. Do we need more representatives in there? And what are you, as one of the youthful members, or one of the youthful leaders, doing to make sure that the youth get their rights?
It's not so much about representation. Representation is always there.
All right.
And you don't even need a youth to represent the youth. What you need is a youth agenda. A youth agenda that is championed by both the youthful leaders and the old. Because an idle youth population does not affect the youth alone, it affects the entire country. And you've seen even Al-Shabaab flourishing in this country because of the idle youth population. If they have nothing to do, there's no income generating activity, and their promises use huge sums of money, they'll go. And even, small, what we call criminal gangs, groupings all over. We have seen the Saboti Land Defense Forces, Mungikis, is a result of an idle youth population. It's called youth population bulge. And the moment this country stops, because I said and I repeat again, a youth of a nation are the trustees of prosperity. There is no any country that developed in this world without taking care of the youth population, because this is where the energy is, this is where the innovation is, and this is where all the focus of a nation is. The workforce is from the youth. The internet, social media is flooded by the youthful
because
population.
They're very energetic.
Yes. Yeah. So when you see all youth, what we are all preoccupied with is this just social, Facebook, Instagram, selfies here and there. But there is no clear youth agenda, and that's what I'm going to champion in the parliament.